Hello, Last War family. This is RTV Joe here. Got a couple of probably going to have to take two videos to make this fully, but wanted to go over with you guys what tech to start on after you get done with your T10 path. So let's go ahead and look at that now. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Most of you probably already hear Alliance Duel is imperative. You want to maximize this. Got a whole video on it, so I won't break it down in full, but it's going to give you the boost on all of your points. If you're getting beat every week in versus, that might be why. Take a peek at that, see if you're not maximized there. All right, so that one's probably one that you've already maxed, but that's one that's very important. When it comes to special forces, you got to get everything up. You can punt the rapid field dressing, and you can punt the infirmary because it's so expensive in Valor badges, and you need Valor badges for so much else. The next thing you're going to want to pull up will be the siege to siege here. You don't need to maximize all of this. You can, but you don't have to. But as you can see, just from one level to the next, this increases your load capacity for all squads. That's nice. That just helps with, if you go and look right here, it'll tell you on it. Oh, there we go. Increased by 1% each level. That increases load capacity is how much they can gather and take away if if you're plundering a base. You definitely want to maximize these. It's going to be the final stand. This is PvP, so player versus player. It boosts your hero power, boosts your hero attack, boosts your hero defense. Extra drill ground. You of course want that extra drill ground. So this is the next path for sure. Get to that extra drill ground. That's going to be your next thing you're going to want to do. Barrack expansion and focus training. Both of those are something you can come back to. You just want to get to basically the final stands on each one. Extended drill ground capacity is the next one there. This is where you're trying to get to, though. You want your march speed to pick up. Then your next one is getting to these final stands again. And then getting down to, you guys can see I haven't maximized this, but commanders cause a higher casualty rate amongst rival units during player versus player. What I pivoted to, per some phenomenal advice from the great player Akira, if any of you are familiar with him, but I started pivoting from siege to defensive fortification. And through his great advice, the reason for that is because you're always, if you're maximizing all this stuff, you're going to get kills. Kills are going to happen, but you want to be more effective in killing and protecting yourself in defensive mode. So this is the next place you're going to want to maximize. And you can see that I worked my way down here, really working on that march speed, boosting march speed. I love getting the march speeds up no matter what. And then, you can see here that the player versus player battles, defense is going to, the defender's hero power increases, hero attack, hero defense, and that's the same way all the way up on each one of those. Defense decreases your casualty rate in battles. I love that one. Can't wait to maximize that. The less casualty you have, the better. Total is going to be a 5% casualty decrease, which doesn't probably sound like a lot, but it's so much. All right. So then when it comes to the masteries here, you're really going to want to focus on whichever one your S1, your team one is based on. Mine was aircraft at the time that this was starting to work. I have shifted now to missile because missile beats aircraft. And you can see it costs a lot of valor for each level, and I'm not going to deep dive into these right now. It just will take too long. We'll have a deep dive on this later. But this would be kind of the next place you would start to pivot to. This is all advanced on the training. I'm not talking at this point about these others. This is stuff that you would, we'll make another video later about that. But This is all more of the advanced stuff that I'm talking about right now. The post T10, post T10, you're already kind of where you need to be on these, on all of these here. So I will go here because I know a lot of people do punt some of this because you want to get those T10s. This is phenomenal to go back and maximize. It's going to maximize your troop for every single thing, whether it's their weapon training or their armor to keep them alive longer, all that stuff. So maximizing unit 100%. I at this point am a punt garage besides 4 and 1 person. I just don't think it's that necessary. Let's look, just do a quick look into the hero. So you can see boost damage caused by your artillery heroes, boost damage caused by missile hero HP. And that's a nice one too. It's definitely helpful, but I would say that drill ground is the #1 thing. And then something that I punted on this one, my other account, I went and maximized it faster, but on this one, because I spent more, just to be flat honest, I spent more to get it growing faster, so I didn't need as much of the resources you get from all this stuff. But I love these, especially for a versus day, because it costs you no gold, it costs you no resources at all, except for valor. And the great thing about it is because you don't have to use, that you're not having to use resources as well. You can maximize and get through almost all, if not all, of your valor by getting it here. Reindeer Slay, very important in my opinion. I don't think that the Ultimate Guard's that important personally for the 20,000 valor. I love the 5th truck. I had it on my other account. I've since moved on for that account. That's why I don't use that one for making you guys videos any longer. 2 was just too much for me to keep up with. I know a lot of people like 2. I didn't prefer it. But that's where I would go on tech at this point. That'll just be a first video on tech. I'll try to start making some videos deep diving into each one of the techs individually on its own video for you guys here soon. Please do like and subscribe. Please continue to just give me ideas and ask questions. Thank you, QWERTY from ZP5 in server 382 for asking this question, along with some viewers as well asking this question. Too many of you guys to name. There's been at least 5 or 6 different ones I know that have asked for this video, but that's definitely the way to go after the T10 path. And when I say after the T10 path, I mean after maximizing special forces. The T10 path, you guys know from my other video, is getting down here as fast as possible so that you can get to your T10s. Then you got to go back up and maximize all of this stuff. Very important. I've already got a video on that though, so no reason to go over that in deep detail. All right, this is RTV Joe signing out and going to bed.